What the fuck just happened? Hey guys, welcome back to Cheeky Bastards podcast. A podcast that's all about cricket and the banter that comes with it. Bloody hell. What the fuck? Like anything else you guys want to say? Because I am in complete utter shock. First of all, let me do this. With his hand in my head, like Pailagu, like all like bow down to the king, best bowler in the world, best batsman in the world. You don't know, right? Took a fifer in the test match, hit the fastest IPL 50 ever, right? So go ahead, Adi, criticize. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Yes, I'll criticize Mumbai. So it starts with
No.
let me start over. This is unfair. So what do you think? It's blue. That's why I'm supporting MI.
Maybe I don't
I'm neutral.
No. Akshay, come on, man. This was your game. Akshay was shouting so hard, I thought we'll have to look for another flat because we'll get a police complaint, man.
After his 2 6s, when he hit the third 6, I was like shouting Sidhu's famous dialogue.
Man, I have had only
right now.
During Cummins innings, I have had only 3 orgasms. Just to be honest, only 3.
Adi was pinging me saying, "Is he married?"
No, I was just saying, I was just shouting Sidhu's dialogue there. So I don't know.
Sidhu's dialogue. Adi, what is Sidhu's dialogue? You know, right?
No, I'm not sure if I'm in the context. So please repeat for audience as well.
Akshay will tell.
Thoko.
And he's saying that politely right now.
I can understand. Yes, I can understand.
On top of his lungs, man. Like this was something else. Okay. Yeah. Now calming down, right? Coming to the discussion. Cummins to the discussion. Sorry, I'll do that. Right.
Very bad.
Good one.
Man, do we need to look into the scorecard? Let's have a look. Doesn't matter. Right.
Yeah, I'll share my screen a minute. So although this inning match is going to be remembered for what Cummins did, but overall it was an interesting contest up to 15th over, right? Up to 15th over, it was interesting. Everybody was confused who's gonna win, and then Pat Cummins said, "Hold my beer." Oh man, what do we say? I feel bad for this baby guy. Like he was playing his first match. That was actually a very good innings, but no one is going to ever talk about this.
Who gives a fuck, man? Who gives a fuck about that right now? Just tell me.
I'm not talking about Venkatesh Iyer.
The diesel engine guy.
Yeah, no, the best thing I saw was, and Akshay showed me this as well, it was the 50 that Venki scored was of 41 balls, and the 50 that Cummins scored was of 14 balls. So, like,
yep.
I don't know what kind of, sorcery is going on there, but Jesus Christ.
Venki mentioned, right, Cummins was the only one who didn't find the pitch sticky enough.
Exactly. Everybody else was struggling. I think Venki said that post-match conference, right? How was the pitch working out? So it was for everybody else, but for Cummins it was not. Cummins had a different pitch on which he was playing. Man,
I mean, absolutely no idea on where to start this. Like, let's first discuss.
Let's start from the start. Am I back?
From the team selection? From the team
selection. No.
Let's go back to that.
No. From MI's batting, right? Rohit's wicket was not a shock for me, at least.
Yes. So actually, this was something I wanted to talk about before this podcast as well. That in the last, we talk about specialist captain, right? The players who play only as captain. Like it was Ewan Morgan last season for KKR. It has been Dhoni for CSK forever now. Right. Mm-hmm. But the fun fact is that since around 17, Dhoni averages 41.
Okay.
Credit to the not out scores, a lot of not outs. And Rohit's average in last 5 years has been 26. That is worse than ABD's career average in T20s. Also, a shout out to ABD having an average of 26. So you are seeing a guy who is actually the worst player for MI, who has been the worst player of MI since last 3 seasons at least. They had brilliant 10 players and one good captain is what we are seeing here. Mm-hmm. And this is a very important point on where we discuss that captains are important in winning tournaments. Now we are going to see how good Rohit is actually. He had the best T20 team ever prepared in last 4 to 5 seasons. But this is a season where he doesn't have that, perfect team. Let's see how he comes out this time.
Ninth.
10th. 10th
Yeah,
also.
10th
10th
is
is
SRH.
Hyderabad. Come on, man, be fair.
10th.
Yeah, Kane
Akshay,
Williamson,
you should
worst fucking guy
game
ever in
this.
the planet.
10th is SRH.
Yeah, but this is going to be a good fight with Mumbai and CSK for ninth.
Yep, definitely. One for the ages.
So
That is fine,
I'll-
but I'll probably a shout out to that Rafiq Salam, right? That guy.
yeah, that guy.
In office, Sumed, we are in the opposite room, diagonal room, and he was saying it from there. Look at that guy's swing.
Dude, that was the second over, right? Second over of the innings. That guy
Yeah.
was getting some swing, man. Like, Jesus Christ, he was getting something. Umesh was getting. I think Umesh was looking at him like, okay.
कौन है बे?
इतना भी हो अच्छा ठीक है मेरी भी हो रही है but इतना तो नहीं हो रहा like he was getting good.
KKR's bowling in power play is like absolutely, legendary level. Like you don't have Saudi in the team. He should be here. He should be here instead of, Sam Billings or someone. He should be here. And when you have Umesh, Cummins and Saudi, and we also know that Narayan can bowl in power plays pretty well as well, right? Same for Varun Chakravarti as well. So I was saying that that even if KKR did well in the power plays and in the medium over, in the last 5 overs they lost the plot. Before Cummins did what he did with bat, last 5 overs they went for 76 runs. That is pathetic. So this is something they might, have to look upon, because come on, Cummins is not going to score a half century every match, right? You need to look at those factors as well.
Before I come to that, right, what I want to just comment on the Mumbai's batting, because I know people don't want to listen about that right now, but that's a point, right? Before we come to that, other than Sky and I'll say Tilak, right? Nobody looked, even Baby AB was not looking very that he belonged on that stage. Like today, they were not comfortable there batting. Pollard obviously is Pollard. He can come and bat like that, or he can get out on the first ball. Like it's that with him.
Yeah.
Right? It's fine. But Rohit, Ishan, and AB, if your top 3 are not looking comfortable, that's a struggle. I know he hit 29 out of 19 balls, but those were like eyes closed shot. Those are not
yes, absolutely
shot. Like you'll just like this gaya kya deva gaya ki nahi wala shots. These are not.
He actually did that once, if you remember. He played a shot and then didn't look at the ball. It was against Cummins, I believe.
It was Varun 6.
Varun, okay, yeah, against a spinner. Cool. But overall, I'd say it was a decent.
Okay, so
that's a majboor, can't help.
The only, I think, criticism that I'll have, and this is a question to Akshay, because I need his answer. He knows Kolkata better than anybody else. Cummins, you can't play at the death that we saw today, right? Cummins at death is not, he's a length delivery, fast bowler kind of a guy. You can't expect him to do Yorkers at the death or slower deliveries or stuff like that, right? He's not that specialist guy.
Right.
Given the team that you have, who do you think should come in? Because I think, this is my opinion, Iyer is going with Billings over Jackson right now. So who do you think would be? Because Umesh can't be. So who do you think?
These are your options.
So there are 2 options, right? So with the same team, they can probably give 2 overs to Umesh up front and reserve his 2 overs for the end, right? If they want to stick with this team. And probably parallelly trust Rafiq to bowl 1 more extra over in the power play. Right, that's the first option.
I think Rafiq can bowl, right? I'm not sure about Umesh at death, because that's been his Achilles heels, if you must. Yeah. But I think that ploy can work. That guy was very good. He's getting early swing, so he can bowl more.
Second option would be to basically play Sheldon, take out Billings, and then get in Saudi.
That would be perfect. That would just make it completely perfect. According
so I have 2 opinions on that. First of all, where you said now that maybe Umesh can be trusted with the last 2 overs. We need to remember that Virat Kohli used to do the same mistake. You give him the first 2 overs, he's brilliant. Like, give 8 or 7 runs in just 2 overs, take 2 wickets. And I think, okay, this guy is in good rhythm. Maybe we can keep 1 over for him at the end. And then a guy like Russell comes in and scores 35 of him. You don't want that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
what, as you suggested, the second option that bring in Saudi, Cummins, and Umesh. What
Yes.
KKR can actually do is they have very good two spinners, and they can have three very brilliant pacers. Depend on these three pacers and these two to make sure that at least the position is 5 or 6 down by the end of 15th or 16th overs.
Yes.
That means that whoever comes in the last forward doesn't have to deal with exactly the best batters as such, and maybe you have some leverage of sorts that okay, they are 6 down already. That seems to be a better, more
Right.
reliable option to me.
Makes sense.
No, makes sense.
Or else option one again would be to have Finch open, take Rahane out, because Rahane is not doing anything, right? First match he was open.
Come on, he's dropping catches for you, man. You need to
Yeah.
give him some credit.
That was a clear catch for Billings.
Yeah,
He
but
came in between
Nobody in the
Rahane.
world, nobody in the world would disagree with you, Akshay. Like, it was behind the stump. What was Rahane thinking? I don't understand what was
He's like,
going
I
on.
want some
man.
fame. I want some fame. I want some
And
Yes, sir.
commentators are blaming Billings because he didn't call. I mean, what the
Who
fuck?
That's the keeper's catch. Yeah.
That's exactly.
Keeper's
That's
catch.
exactly.
Oh man, what can
Jesus
we say?
Christ. Anyway, so yeah, enough about the first inning. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. See, even in the first inning, the thing that we're discussing is, what should KKR do better? We've lost the hope with them, right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to the second inning, God. Okay, Rahane, bottom of my heart, you should not play anymore, right?
In
See,
any format, let's be honest. In
it's
any
it's
format.
it's just done at this point. I think it's gone. His time is over.
Yeah.
I know it sounds wrong saying that, but it is what it is, right? It's done. His time is done. Especially in a team where everybody else is contributing at least to somewhat level. You can't be the only one who's not doing that. Okay. I know Akshay will disagree here, right? I think Venkatesh played well, right? But Shreyas Iyer is the captain. He should not have played that shot. You had one fielder out. You had one fielder out. Two fielder out, sorry.
He was trying to do a short hand jab, not to basically go
Yeah.
up, but it went up. I don't know, somehow.
It went up. Yeah, so again, that shot he shouldn't have played.
Poor shot.
Poor shot there. Billings and Rana are now, it's been 2 matches now. They're giving me a little heartache now. Right? Come on, guys. You see this, right? 7, 10, 17. Right? This is not 8. 7, 10, 17, 8. This is not good. Right? Andre Russell, we all know. Right? It's 11 today. It can be 55 tomorrow out of 11 balls. Nobody knows. Right? Even he doesn't know. Right?
Yep.
And as Adi was saying, this is again, right? King Cummins did it today, but it will not happen in all the matches, right? So if KKR needs to focus more on on their batting lineup,
Combination.
batting combination, and that is why I agree to what Akshay was saying. I know Finchie is not in the form of his life, but some change is needed to boost.
If suppose still they're not, we don't take a Finch, right? I'd say let's open with Billings if he's playing with Narayan.
That is an excellent suggestion.
They'll come 6 overs, they'll blast, or either they won't.
So where does Venki play in that condition? The situation
He'll play down.
Like he plays for India, like at number 5 or 6 kind of. Yeah, that seems like a reliable option as such.
Exactly.
And if I'm not wrong, he is carrying some injury as well, right? That's why he's not bowling in the middle overs as well. What
Hip,
I had heard.
Some I don't know.
Minor injury, not major, but yeah.
Basically, he's on path to become another Hardik Pandya. Cool.
No. Please don't.
Oh, man.
Yeah, seriously.
So, Smith, this was one point I wanted to discuss with you in particular, and because we have Akshay as well, who is supporting KKR for some reason. Why the fuck do people support KKR? So,
I have my two reasons. Sumit is aware of it, but
he's from Kolkata and Shah Rukh Khan.
and
I'm disappointed.
So,
yeah, that works. But for the first reason I can understand that's not something you can do anything about it. Moving on. So what I was trying to say is that Shreyas Iyer, a very capable leader, right? We have already seen when he was in Delhi and even in this match as well, that he used his bowlers very smartly, even if his bowlers went for run. But that is something not under his control. If your bowlers are not capable enough to bowl at death, you can't do much. But he, used them very smartly. That was a good
Wait,
move.
are these shots fired to Cummins?
I'm going to do that every day.
No,
Like when there are
okay,
Australians
I'll take
involved.
it. As one of the biggest Cummins fans, right? Let me take that one. For the last, and Shreyas Iyer fan, right? Last two matches, the thing that Shreyas did wrong was the last over. He didn't. The 20th over, he's not able to decide whom to give correctly. That's
Because
the
everybody's fucking it up equally. Like, who do you give?
fair enough.
He has already tried Shivam Mavi. He went for runs.
Yeah.
Umesh, he has the.
Yeah, he'll definitely go for
You
it.
can depend on Umesh for wickets in the power play and runs in the death. That's what he does.
Yeah.
No, but Russell's 19th over was good. 10 runs. Decent.
Yeah, the only problem is that he gets injured very easily. Like maybe you can
Yeah,
touch
if he
him once and
bowls-
he'll get injured.
If
You want Russell the batsman. Like if Russell the bowler is not available, you're okay with it. But Russell the batsman should be there. So you cannot do that. What I wanted to point out about Ayer is that there's no point in being a brilliant captain if you're not good enough against pace. I've said it a million times. People disagree, but he has his problems against short ball, and it's not the time of UVs and runner that people won't notice your weakness. There's a lot of analytics available, and by this form, he's not going to survive when the Hazelwoods and the Starks bowl to him. He's not going to survive there. So we cannot have this Shreyas Iyer in our T20 team and expect him to be a leader in the future. So
I agree to that he has that pace issue, right? That's for sure there. What again, this is something I'm predicting, is through this season of KKR's leadership, right? I think at the second half of it, you'll start seeing the Shreyas Iyer, the batsman, improving because his team is winning, right? Currently, his team is winning, right?
if that happens, I'll be very happy because
and he'll have the world's best bowler to bowl him in the net. So
we are not talking about tests. Let's come back to the T20s.
He's still the world's best bowler.
Not in T20s.
Today nobody gives a fuck about what you think. Okay. Today is Sarji's day.
Whatever discussion happens, it will point to Cummins only.
Cummins. Cummins.
I'll say it out again in front of both of you who are supporting Pat Cummins, that Pat Cummins is a good bowler, but in Test mainly and ODIs he can do good enough. But in T20s, when teams are coming up with plans, he won't survive that well. Maybe first 2 overs he'll survive, but not after that.
And my answer and my counter to that is fuck you. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
He took Ishan
Makes
Kishan
perfect
and
sense.
Surya's
Makes
wicket
perfect
today. He took Ishan Kishan and Surya's wicket. It's not JBD or Tilak's wicket, right? So,
he did. That's why I said maybe the first 2 overs.
No, it was not first 2 overs.
Ishan Kishan first 2 overs. Ishan Kishan
was
did in
first
second
and Surya was death.
Yes. Death.
Go check yourself, fact
man. Man, come on. Check.
Look at his runs.
That's fine. Look at the runs he scored. Look at the runs he has scored.
See, look at this and then look at the strike rate there.
Yeah. Today you have a saving point.
Today you can't defend again. Like you'll not be able to fight this one out. Let it go. We'll
Next match I'll come back on this.
Yeah. How very corporate Zoom of you. Let me come back.
I'll circle back.
So basically, I am still supporting Mumbai. Fuck off.
Yeah. So somehow, by default, you went to Mumbai. That's fine. We needed somebody to play the loser today. Anyways.
Rohit Sharma.
Yeah, Akshay, any final comments before we close? Like how I know you enjoyed the game today. Everybody in the neighborhood can hear that.
Next, I would say we are playing, I think, Delhi. So let's see.
Okay, now that's a pain point for me. So we'll get to that.
Pain point.
So, are we like not going to discuss what changes Mumbai can do? Maybe not to lose by 4 overs next time.
Play Arjun Tendulkar.
Yeah, how does it matter? Play Himam Jaydev Unadkat. Starting overs Unadkat and Bumrah are bowling, and death Bumrah and Tendulkar are bowling. Brilliant.
No. Death has to be Jaydev Unadkat. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Opening Arjun can do, but death has to be Jaydev.
If only Umesh Yadav bowls death for KKR, I'm fine with that.
Fair. Have that match. I can bet my life that Jaydev Unadkat will go for more runs than anyone. If you throw the ball last 6 ones, right? You throw the balls last 6 ones, right? Still, you will not be hit as much as Jaydev Unadkat.
Riley Meredith can bowl, right? He's a bowler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He can try for Sam's.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
like he's those kind who will bowl at very fast but doesn't know anything about line or length. He'll just be quick. Umran Malik ka bada bhai hai.
Basically. But he
He was
has
in Punjab
wickets.
last year, right? Yeah, if I remember.
Yeah.
Punjab joke.
When you're getting bowlers out of Punjab, you know you're in trouble.
Mayank Markande, Murugan Ashwin both were there with Punjab last time, right? So
Yeah.
Fabian Allen was with them last year as well.
Fabian Allen
Last
was
night.
also there. Yes.
Why would you decide with Murugan Ashwin with your mainstay spinner is beyond me. Like I would genuinely
They spent a lot on Ishan, right? So
Yeah, that was their mistake actually. They should have let go of him at one point and tried to buy two good cricketers at least.
Get QDK in, no? QDK was 6 crores or something, right? 6 or 7, something like that. 5 between 6 to 7 years. Like, get that. You can get 2 of him. Get one. One of that and one of
dude, you can get 2 QDK and 10 Jaydev Unadkat for 50.
I'll clip this one. This is getting clipped, dude. This is
just like MI's bowling lineup.
Yeah. Okay, so clearly, I think that meme page is very big fan of cricket, right? Sagar Kazam, and he said it very clearly in one of his memes that two people are holding hands. CSK MI forgot to buy ballers in the auction. That's clearly what has happened.
CSK did, but they injured. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, one. So both bought. एक का इंजर हो गया, एक का अगले साल आएगा. IPL 2022 कौन खेल रहा है बोबा?
For the future, we are doing it for future. Next year पता चला ये नाटक कर दिया तो बुमराह. Bummrah is creating issues then.
I think he would, right? That he's being sold at what 7? He's getting 7 or 8 crores only, right?
He wants to be the main bowler, right?
If he's getting 7 crores and Archer is getting 8, and you have Ishan Kishan and 15, and he's like, dude,
what the fuck?
Ishan Kishan versus me, who's more important to you, right? If he says, fuck you, get me back in auction, I can't buy Bumrah back in auction for sure. Right.
Only Punjab can, right?
Preeti Zinta will shoot 2 people right there and there to get the purse open.
But still she won't be able to buy him.
Yep.
Oh man.
3 people then. Bumrah. Still they'll lose, but yeah, they'll get Bumrah. Oh God. Okay, this was fun. It was a lot of fun. I think we did less of cricket analysis, more of. I think we all knew what
was a fun.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think
Cummins not the T20 bowler. Cool. Yeah. Now we can end.
Cummins is the best player on the planet today, right now, at the moment. Batting, bowling, fielding, everything. Right. So, yes, Cummins Babaki, and I think that's it for the day. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We'll meet you the next time.